So it's early on a Sunday morning, we've got a long drive ahead of us. Let's go rescue some goldfish. Okay guys, so I'm just on my way to pick up these rescued goldfish. I think I've got everything I need. I've got a big bucket of water, dechlorinated obviously, and I've got my battery powered air pump there. I've got a spare bucket and a jug and a net. I've also got some extra batteries for the pump just in case that runs out. And yeah, so it'd be about 2 hours to get there. I picked up myself a Ronald McDonald's coffee on the way. Also brought a banana with me, but I think I've lost it somewhere, but I'll have to make do with just the coffee. But anyway, I shall see you in a bit, and hopefully it all goes well. Okay guys, so we have arrived at our destination, and we're actually in Liverpool, so nice little day out. And I've already collected the fish, so I'll just show you what's going on. So they've given me the tank with the fish in them, and my plan was to put the fish into this bucket here. However, the temperature difference between that water and the water in here is quite big. So I think what my plan is, I'm going to put the air stone into their tank down there, and what I might do is just add a little bit of water from my bucket here every like 20 minutes or something, just to top that up a little bit, because there really isn't that much water in there, and hopefully they should be fine for the journey home. Okay, so we've got the air stone going. I've added a little bit of extra water in there, so let's get these guys home. Okay guys, so we're back in the fish room. Bit of a nightmare journey back, to be honest. My phone died, so I lost my sat nav and I got really lost, but we're back now. The fish are doing well, so let's check them out. Okay, so here is the fish. So that's the bowl or tank that they were living in. I wouldn't say it's even 5 gallons, I don't think, so definitely needed to be upgraded. They're both single-tailed goldfish, possibly might be comets because their tails look quite long, but yeah, I've got the air hooked up and I've topped the tank up a fair bit, so they're doing all right. So what I've done also is I've set up a little quarantine tank for them to go in, which is probably like 5 or 6 times the size of their current tank. So what I've done is I've added some gravel, and I'm gonna now add some water to it, obviously, and I'm gonna check the temperature in there and match it to the temperature that will be going into their quarantine tub. So we'll crack on with that now. Okay, so we're all filled up. It's around about 65 litres, which is around about 17 gallons. So I'll just check the temperatures, make sure they're pretty much right. So we've got 21.3, 21.2. That is close enough. So yeah, I've already dechlorinated. I actually dechlorinated each individual bucket as they went in. So that's obviously a pretty important step. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go downstairs and grab an established sponge filter, like that one, from a tank downstairs, get that in. And I've also got some beneficial bacteria to put in just to help with the cycling of this tub. So I'm going to go and grab that sponge filter now. Okay, so the sponge filter's in, put it in the middle so we get some good circulation around the tub. I was going to add some beneficial bacteria, but the stuff I've got is these like balls, and you're supposed to add them to the actual filter, and there's no way to add one to a sponge filter, so I'm just not going to bother with that. I think we should be fine though, because the sponge filter is obviously already established, covered in beneficial bacteria. And I'm also going to add one of these floating Anubias plants, the white cloud tub here, pop that in. And I'm also going to grab a moss ball out of here. So I don't know if I can do this one-handed. Hold on, let's see if I can grab one. There we go. Grab that. Oh, this is going to drip all over the carpet. Right, there we go. So put a moss ball in. They'll obviously be covered in beneficial bacteria, so they'll be good for the tank. Also something nice for the fish to swim around. And the only other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a few things out of their current tank, because they'll be covered in some beneficial bacteria. So I'll grab some of them rocks at the bottom, and there is actually a little live plant in there. I'm going to put that in. I'm not going to put that gravel in though. So yeah, not going to do that. But yeah, I'll get that in and we'll check it out. Okay, so that's everything ready. The plants are all in. I put them few little stones in at the bottom there. Here are the little fish, just little guys. So I wasn't too sure what the best way would be to put them in, but I think I'm going to use a net. I reckon I was either a net or just try and grab them, but I think a net is probably going to be the best way to go. So yeah, let's get them in there. Okay, so they're in. That was fairly easy. They weren't too hard to catch. But yeah, they've gone straight to the bottom. I'd imagine they're pretty stressed. But they do seem like they're in fairly good health, so that's good. But yeah, hopefully they'll be alright in there. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to leave them to settle in and we'll check on them again in 24 hours. So I'll see you then. Okay guys, so it is now a few days later, so let's check on these goldfish. So here they are. You can see one just at the back there, and where's the other one? The other one's just down there in the corner. They're definitely starting to swim around a little bit more. They are still quite timid, but they are feeding well, so I'm going to grab them a little bit of food and hopefully they'll eat it. So I've got just a little bit of flake food, so I'm going to pop that in and see if they eat. Okay guys, so as you've seen, they're eating well, and I forgot to mention actually, the lady that got them from, Joan, told me that their names are Tom and Jerry. So Tom and Jerry, welcome to the farm, and that they are about 8 months old. So for 8 months old, they are pretty small. So I'm assuming there has been a little bit of stunting, because I did actually find the instructions for the tank that she gave me, because she gave me like a bag of stuff. And the tank that they were in was only like 2.65 gallons, so that is pretty small for 2 single-tailed goldfish. But other than that, honestly, they're looking quite healthy. So my plan for these two is to keep them in here for 2 to 3 weeks maybe, just to make sure they're healthy, get them feeding well, and then the plan is to get them out into the new above-ground mini ponds. So, and they'll be the first 2 fish to go in there, so that'd be quite cool. That will, however, be in a future video, so if you want to see that, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And that being said, that is going to bring us to the end of this one. So if you have enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the like button. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.